Hello everybody, and welcome to this Soulful Sunday video, or of course whatever day of the week that you are watching this video. This video is all about how to help you in difficult situations of relationships where maybe you have a different point of view, how you can improve your communication. Now, very quickly, why are we doing this video? How you communicate in your relationship determines the quality of your relationship. And the other day I was doing a training with some amazing creators from all around the world, and at the very end the training was about communication and how we can improve all areas of our communication. And if you would like to know more, then do comment below and I can start to do more videos on how you can improve your communication. However, at the end I was asked about communication in long distance relationships, and I promised that I would share a story about something that had recently happened with my husband and I, and how that can help you on your journey and with your relationships. But first of all, I just want to share a #1 magical bonus tip for all of you, and a piece of advice in any relationship, whether you're together, whether you're not, whether it's long distance relationship, if you're in another country, if you're in the same country, if you're in the same house. Just a bonus tip for everybody: create magical moments. No matter how often you see them or how little you see them, create magical moments that you remember, beautiful, joyful moments, doing what the other person loves, what you love doing together. Create magical moments. That is just a bonus tip for any relationship. So anyway, just to give a little bit of context to this, a lot of you know me, but some of you watching this video might not. I'm Harriet, international speaker, mentor, author, and warrior. And it's taken maybe 2 to 3 years to become an international speaker, speaking, running events in all different countries around the world with different entrepreneurs and different individuals that want to become professional speakers. Now, it's taken me a long time to learn the skills and also to step into that path of being able to speak around the world. And one of the steps in order to do that was to go and learn from a mentor, somebody that was doing exactly what it was that I wanted to do. However, what that meant was moving away from my husband. I had to move, I'm not even how far away were we? How many miles was it from Cornwall to Lincoln? I'm not even sure of the miles. James is struggling a little bit there. It used to take 6 to 7 hours for me to Lincoln one way. So quite far, a different country, but still fairly far. Like we could just nip in and out and see each other. Now, we agreed before this journey, despite what everybody else says, wow, you're crazy, how can you do this? We knew that if by creating this lifestyle whereby I was away for 1 year, actually it would create a lifestyle where we could be together every single day, working and flexibly in the future, being able to travel together. So we knew that by sacrificing this 1 year, we would be able to create a lifetime of memories and happiness and etc, etc, etc. Create your life by design. And sometimes to create an easy life, you need to do what is hard. So we went in very focused, and we knew why we were doing it, which maintained a level of strength in our relationship. And we never started arguing or getting bitter. However, over time, distance started to creep in. And I became so immersed in the journey of becoming an international speaker and being able to serve and inspire around the world that I actually neglected to communicate effectively and engagingly with the one person, that's two, but the one person that really truly matters in my life, because I was trying to serve and inspire so many others. And it's ironic because I speak about communication, but I'm just here to be very real, very raw, and very honest. So that's what happened. Distance crept into our relationship. Anyway, earlier on this year, I discovered that I was coming back to Cornwall, starting to run continuing to run events all around the world, still buzzing in that path, in that journey, and now moving back to Cornwall. So I was super excited, super buzzing, and ready to go. However, because I'd neglected that communication and really speaking to James, being present on his journey, I was so focused in all of these areas of my life that I'd forgotten all these different areas of his life, and asking him about it, connecting with him over it, letting him share and speak and be open on it, listening to what was going on in his world rather than being totally focused on what's going on in mine. We have 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason. Everybody put that in the comments box below. I thought that was brilliant when I first heard it. You have 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason, and listening is a massive part of communication, and I've not been doing that properly with him. So after a few weeks of being home, I started to notice distance between us. Things weren't terrible, but they really weren't what we had, who James and I were as a couple. And he actually interned one morning. There'd been a little bit of a journey before this, but one morning I received a message saying that he was coming home, and I thought he'd been at work, but no. And I knew something was wrong. You know when you just get that feeling? Knew something was wrong, and I almost went into like little girl mode. Was not warrior. Warrior is soft, it is gentle, it is vulnerability. It's all yin and yang in life. And in that moment, I was like a little girl. I ran up to the bedroom and started wondering about what I was wearing and what I looked like, because I just love him so much and I was scared. And he came home, and in that moment he said that he didn't want to be with me anymore. And he wasn't sure about this marriage. Now, as you can imagine, in that moment it was like my whole world was just ripped wide open. Now thankfully, because there is a time that I just would have emotionally reacted and gone back, what, how can you say this, oh, blah, blah. It could have gone down the angry path, it could have gone down the frustrated path, it could have gone down the sadness path, it could have gone down any of those like massive emotional reactions that we all have. How many of you have just reacted to something and then you wish you could have changed what you said or how you reacted in that moment? And thankfully, because of communication, because of this journey and understanding, I knew not to say anything back right there and then. That it would be best just to take a moment, take some time out, and then come back and have a conversation. So there's tip number 1. If there's a moment where something comes up and you want to react or it gets heated, just take some time apart, just breathe, calm down, and then come and have an open conversation about it. So that's exactly what I did, but it was like a whoa moment, not a calm moment. And I left with the dogs, and I went out of the house, and I was like running like Bridget Jones style, tears everywhere, snot down my face, running down this path. And something just hit. How many of you have experienced that moment where you just kind of stop dead by something and you can't really explain what it is, but how I'm so grateful that happened. It was like an energetic brick wall. And I knew that in that moment, I'd made it so about me over the last goodness knows how long, that actually it was time to know my ego, not me. Let go and be open to him in that moment. Go back and let him share. I'd made it too much about me for too long, and in that moment it was about going back and being that vessel for him. So I went back completely calm, completely relaxed, and just asked questions. Communicated with him in a way that allowed him to be open, to share honestly. And more often than not, the first problem that we present is not actually the real problem. And sure enough, it wasn't in this scenario. And by being able to take that time to just pause, breathe, and then speak calmly, letting him be open with his mind, not reacting with my opinions and my own thoughts, but just letting him share his and asking different questions about that, allowing him to go deeper. It allowed us to have a much more open, much more honest conversation and get to what was really the issue. And it was around the communication, around not feeling that valued or being excited about what he was doing and what he wanted to do. So I knew and understood to prioritize that within my marriage and to always be present for him, to understand that there's different outcomes. We're working towards a lifestyle together. And yes, it's exciting what I'm doing. Yes, I love my mission, but he has one too. So to be present and to communicate in that. Always remember that even if you are like so wrapped up, you're twin flames, that we're always 2 different souls, 2 different spirits, 2 different minds, 2 different people. And more often than not, in every single moment, we have 2 different outcomes. So how can you compromise? How can you communicate in a way that you hear and understand and give time for each other's outcomes? That is it on today's video. I hope that helps. If you want any more information around relationships, I would be more than happy to share. Usually speak much more around communication, leadership, mindset, and confidence. However, do have attended, have listened, and have a beautiful relationship that I've learned a lot in and applied a lot of the mindset and communication strategies, techniques, tips, methods I think we came up with the other day. Strategies and methods, that was it. Methods, strategies, and method are methods. So I am more than happy to share more information if you think it would serve, support, or help you. So just comment below, let me know what you would like more videos on, let me know where you are tuning in from, and of course I will be back with another video soon. If you are not already, hit that subscribe button and the bell next to it for your regular videos on motivation, inspiration, and education so that we can rise together.